He was on the cutting edge. He had vision, and if I had to describe him with 3 words, honesty, integrity, and character. And those same 3 words, I think, have applied tonight to every one of the inductees. Honesty, integrity, and character. Ladies and gentlemen, our next inductee, the Honorable Charles Riddle. I also have to tell you, having served in the legislature with him, if I showed up tonight, he promised to burn the negatives.
This is going to be a long speech.
Thank you, Hunt. That's after falling on the sword, sticking with him when Governor Foster wanted to remove the speaker against Charlie DeWitt, my neighbor. Got removed from all my committees and everything, but I was with you, right? I know a little bit about retribution here and there. I want to apologize to whatever lady was in the restroom when I walked in accidentally. Quickly walked out and didn't see anything except, man, the women's restroom is a lot nicer than I got to tell you that. I was very embarrassed when that happened, and one of my sons called me today, and I won't mention his name, not because I can't remember it. He wanted to know what time I was being induced tonight. The sheriff from one of the first ones to arrive at the museum this morning. I was early also, and I didn't know who it was. I heard John Crozier talk about you at the DA's meetings. I got to tell you about some of those stories. He was showing his picture of his grandchild all over the place. I said, oh, when he came up tonight, I said, oh, that's the same one, showing his grandchildren. I wish my 8 grandchildren could be here tonight. I got to tell you, though, it is a blessing to have my family here. And listen, I heard everybody say it, and I get emotional about it, but when I was first notified that I was going to receive this humbling award, my first thought was, if you expect me to retire, forget it. Hall of Fame, isn't that for retirees? I'm not retiring yet. Okay, I'm way too young, and I'm trying to figure out who's the youngest in the group, but I don't look the youngest, I can tell you that. But I started thinking, how am I going to tell my family this? So, I let my family know and said, what is that, Dad? I said, I don't know, let's look it up on the internet. And then I told my brothers and sisters, and they got all excited. They started paying $50 a ticket to come to this. And they showed up. They showed up. My 4 sisters, husbands, my cousin, her husband, my sons, their wives, and fiancés. And just to prove Hunt wrong, it's Addison, John, and Michael. I remember their names. You ought to see me when all 8 grandkids are around. I want to thank all of you for showing up, family. I mean that, okay?
We love you.
What? We love you. Oh, thank you. They love me. And of course, you see my wife standing up taking my picture? All right, for those of you who have never held a political office, I have 2 things to tell you. Number 1, if you ever choose to run, talk to your wife or your spouse if you're a woman. Because it is so important to have the support of your spouse. Can I say hell? The hell that they go through being married to a public official is unbelievable. I can take it, but it's a lot harder for her. And when she hears criticism about me, it's just so important to make sure that your wife or your spouse is behind you. And 34 years, and she's still behind me, 2/3 of it as an elected official, okay? And we're still going. Hang in there, baby. I am running again, by the way, just in case anybody from Avoyelles parish, let them know. Listen, my dad was in politics, and after the trip to Angola today, great job. I mean, I've been there as a defense attorney. I've been there as a state legislator, and today I got to go as a district attorney. Exciting. The museum was awesome. I had never been to the museum. And I started thinking about this one political story that I had to tell you. I was campaigning, and my dad being district attorney helped and hurt some, I think it helped a lot more. He used to say that a statesman was nothing but a dead politician, because when you're alive, they criticize you, but you become a statesman after you die. So he became a lot more popular after his death. And I was talking to this one man about voting for him. He was an elderly gentleman, and he said, "I'm gonna vote for you. I knew your dad," and he put me in Angola. I said, "Oh God." I'm looking at him like, "Oh God, did he learn a moral lesson about being in prison, about daddy prosecutor? What crime did he commit?" And then he said, "No, he got me a job in Angola." That was a relief, I want to tell you. This is humbling, I have to say. I do now know what the Hall of Justice is, and it is indeed an honor for me. But I got to tell you one more thing. It's not the biggest honor I received this month. I entered the 4th of July first annual barbecue cook-off in Marksville. 30 teams from around the state cooking ribs, hamburgers, sauces, and barbecue chicken. How dare they cook barbecue chicken? And I came out first. I can cook some barbecue chicken. It's amazing how many people have called me and asked me to come to their homes in the next few weeks to cook barbecue chicken for them. Good job, Foundation. Good job at Angola. I'm gonna tell people about that museum. It's worth a trip. If anybody hasn't gone, I think everybody in this room has been there, certainly. I really do appreciate the honor. Hunt, Linda, thank you all for being here. Despite everything Hunt says, I still like him. And he was a great service to our state, public servant, and has a good sense of humor, as most of you could tell. But I appreciate being here, and I appreciate the honor. God bless all of you.
When I called Charlie, I had his cell phone number. It told me about the award in January, and our connection was really poor. I said, "Charlie."